Hello everybody, this is Zombie. Welcome back to another Pokemon VGC 2024 Regulation H video. We're back again with the Baxcaliber team. I did switch up Talonflame, so it is now a special attacker instead of physical. So we got rid of Brave Bird and gave it Overheat. It's now Timid, 252 in special attack, 252 in speed. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. And we're running the team as it... Oh, sorry. There's one other thing different about the Talonflame. I did give it Dark Terra so that it can avoid being hit by like Taunt or Encore from Prankster users. So that is our Talonflame now. Somebody in the last video did ask to include the Pokepaste so that you can see the EVs. So I'm going to try to remember to do that as well as include it in the previous video. If I forget to do it in the description, let me know down in the comment section below. Otherwise, Pokepaste and the rental code for this team will be in the description below. Let's get into some matches. Also, we didn't get... The season didn't reset, so we're still in Master Ball, thankfully. But we do see a Trick Room team. We have the Ursaluna, Blood Moon, the Farigiraf, the Dragonite, the Machagacha Poltegeist, whatever it is, Whimsicott, and Incineroar. So there's three options for Trick Room here with Farigiraf, the Machagacha, and the Whimsicott. I don't think the Whimsicott will have it because that just seems a little too redundant. But it is there. So I could go Talonflame, because Talonflame can actually taunt the Farigiraf, unlike a lot of other Prankster taunters. So I could go Talonflame, and honestly, Baxcaliber sitting next to it is pretty good. Incineroar is going to be the only issue for it there. So actually, I could go Annihilate. Annihilate is actually really good next to Talonflame here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Annihilate, Talonflame. We'll have Bax in the backs. Get it? Jokes. Honestly, Sylveon isn't awful here either. So let's go Sylveon. No Mouse, no Metagross. Let's see how this runs. Let's see how we run this. Put this down a little bit, but I still want to be able to talk into it for you all. All right. Let's see what they end up leading. I'm really hoping it is the Farigiraf and it's not Mentler Farigiraf. Usually they don't run Mentler because it's... Yep. Okay, it's actually going to be Dragonite leading off, which is honestly the worst thing for my Annihilate. But I can taunt the Farigiraf. Do I Terra here, or do I just hope it doesn't have dual Wing Beat? Even if it does, it shouldn't kill me, right? I'm gonna bulk up. Okay, we get the taunt off at the Talonflame. No extreme speed from the Dragonite, so that does make me worry about dual Wing Beat now. Annihilate does get to bulk up first, though, so that's good. Dragonite goes for Tailwind. That's interesting. So the Farigiraf probably didn't Trick Room then. Oh, yeah, it did just go for Psychic. Very interesting. Okay. I see with that. A Talonflame is going to lose a ton of HP, unfortunately. Probably won't be able to get off another attack, but I will attempt the Tailwind. And then Annihilate. I think I do go for the Fire Terra now. And I am going to Rage Fist into Dragonite, because I think the Dragonite's going to hit me. I think now I do have to Terra because of that Psychic. The Dragonite could actually go after Talonflame. Just to make sure that it's off the field. That was a good... Oh, it's Encore Dragonite. This is very much a supporting Dragonite. That's interesting. This Farigiraf is just going to Hyper Voice. If I wouldn't have Terra'd there, they're getting me good. I will say, they're getting me good. It is a Life Orb for Farigiraf, too. Another bulk up. What do I do about this? I think we have to go Sylveon, unfortunately. I think, unfortunately, we do have to go Sylveon here and just Hyper Voice them back. You know what? I'll bulk up again. I'll do it. Who's gonna stop me? You? Huh. We're not in a great spot. That Tailwind Dragonite really... And it's Air Slash, too. Oh, it's Special Dragonite on top of everything else, huh? That really sucks. Yeah, Annihilate didn't get to do anything. Neither did Talonflame, to be fair. Sylveon does get off its Hyper Voice. It's going to be super effective into the Dragonite, which is nice. And it does just KO the Farigiraf as well. Tailwind should be done here. So I bring in my Baxcaliber now. Who is going to come in? It's going to be the Ursaluna. So let's just go for Hyper Voice. I'm going to Icicle Spear this Ursaluna. I guess I could Ice Shard the Dragonite to ensure that it doesn't get off a Tailwind, but I'm really afraid of this Ursaluna. So I want to make sure I can get rid of it, because the Hyper Voice does get rid of the Dragonite if it doesn't Terra. And if... Okay, who's Terraing? Probably the Ursaluna, right? Yeah. Into Terra... Normal. Makes sense. Does make sense. The Dragonite just goes for Air Slash. Is the Tailwind still up? I thought for sure it was down by now, but I guess not. I think I miscounted. I think it's next turn. Yeah, they just blast my Sylveon, unfortunately. So it's just Baxcaliber against the world now. Big Icicle Spear. Not going to KO. Yeah, unfortunately, they just got me really good turn one, so... Wasn't able to recover from it. And honestly, knowing that Tailwind was still up wouldn't have changed that turn. Outside of maybe protecting Baxcaliber, but that doesn't save the Sylveon, right? I guess I can Ice Shard the Dragonite. I don't think that thing ever had extreme speed. But now that Ursaluna just hits me like Hyper Voice or something. Yeah. And then next turn it can Blood Moon me if this doesn't kill me. Which I think it will. Single target, yeah. Single target Terra Boost. Yeah. Yeah, they called the Talonflame taunt and they went for the Tailwind instead. So good on them. Good on them. So it's going to be a first game loss, but we're going to move on to the next one and see if we can do a little bit better this time. Maybe call some shots better. For my next opponent, we have a very typical team. Another Dragonite, though, but Rillaboom, Sneasler, Volcarona, Electabuzz, Primarina, and Dragonite. There's 2 redirectors on this team, 2 Fake Out users, 2 Tailwind users. It's a lot of 2s. How do we deal with this? I don't know that Talonflame's worth it. Like, Talonflame's good against a lot of things, but if an Electabuzz is leading, it's just not great, right? Baxcaliber isn't bad here. You go Mouse, Baxcaliber. I think I'm gonna do that. And then Sylveon would be good once we get rid of Sneasler, but we have to get rid of Sneasler is the issue. Metagross is kind of wall Sneasler, so I could bring Metagross. It's either Annihilate or Sylveon, and I think Sylveon's going to be more useful. Because I have no speed control if we do this, but we do have the redirection, so that's what we're going to have to rely on. Alright. You get to see the black screen, the loading screen. Oh, look at poor Crispin. He crying. He crying back there. That's a Crispin that didn't find 2 different kinds of energies. Am I right, TCG players? All right, we see Primarina and Electabuzz, which I don't love for Baxcaliber, but actually Baxcaliber has a pretty good Terra here. The unfortunate thing is I can't touch the Primarina at all. So what I will do I'm actually helping hand the Baxcaliber. Terra. Icicle Spear. Oh, let's Scale Shot. Scale Shot the Electabuzz, I think. Or do I just want to try and remove it? Because Icicle Spear does more damage, so let's do that. This way, I can't get paralyzed by the Electabuzz. Moonblast Moonblast is no longer super effective. I could have just followed me to ensure that the Moonblast doesn't hit, but I think the Primarina might go for Liquid Voice because of the Mousehold being on the field. They also follow me from the Electabuzz. That's what I was trying to attack anyway. Here's Icicle Spear. Doesn't look like it's enough to KO Electabuzz, unfortunately. Yeah, no, not even with 5. But it does put in a range where Scale Shots should take it out next turn. Primarina's going to Moonblast into the Baxcaliber. This turn I'm going to follow me because I don't want to get hit by that again. And then Scale Shot should take out the Electabuzz. Electabuzz also goes for follow me, that's fine. We're removing you anyway. There's less to deal with later on. The Primarina might be going for Liquid Voice here, though. Which would be bad. And take out the Electabuzz. Because I'm no longer Dragon type, right? So why not just go for Liquid Voice? Or Hyper Voice. I do get the speed increase. Here's the Hyper Voice. Which doesn't KO either. It does crit Baxcaliber. Wow, that didn't do a lot for a crit. But now they get the special attack boost, which is bad. That is bad, I will say. I mean, Mousehold really didn't have anything else to do here other than follow me. They could have helping handed, I guess. Dragonite is going to come in for my opponent, though. I assume a Terra from Dragonite. I'm just going to follow me Icicle Spear again. Dragonite could protect, or could Terra. It's not going to Terra, though. So I should be able to take the Dragonite out here, I think. Yeah, Extreme Speed into the Mousehold. We're going to lose our Baxcaliber as well, but that puts it as a 2-on-2. Oh, yeah. Dragonite's down. And then it's going to be a +1 single target Hyper Voice if it went for it. Or it's just going to be a +1 Moonblast. Yep. If we didn't get crit, I wonder if we would have lived. Which would have been nice. Just being up 1 that has a +1 in speed. But now we bring in Metagross, who has the Assault Vest and the Sylveon. Metagross, Sylveon, and then who's my opponent's last Mon? If it's Sneasler, shit, it's Sneasler. Shit, it is Sneasler, it turns out. I'm gonna go for Iron Head on Primarina. But for some reason, the Sneasler doesn't target down Sylveon. I guess I'll Hyper Voice because Sneasler is neutral to it. It's gonna fake out Metagross. I thought that might happen. I almost Hyper Beamed that spot. But no, this is fine, I think. Primarina's gonna Hyper Voice. Yeah, it doesn't do much. So now I can Bullet Punch the Sneasler. And we can just Hyper Voice again. So we might have been able to pull that out because I faked out Metagross instead of Sylveon. Let's see here. And Metagross having the Assault Vest is going to make us live pretty long against the Primarina. Here's the Bullet Punch. Is it enough? It is. Let's go, Metagross. Sneasler down. Sylveon does go before Primarina, so this is now single target choice specs. Got it. Got it. I knew the Metagross would be useful. And thankfully, they saw the Metagross as more of a threat than the Sylveon, so they faked it out instead. They could have just like Dire Claws on the Sylveon and KO'd it and been fine. But yeah, we're able to pull that one out, thankfully. So let's move on into our third match. See if we can get a little bit more of a decisive victory. We had a pretty poor start in the first one. We scooped it out on the second one. Let's see if we can get decisive in the third. For the final team, we have an Espathra, a Dragonite, a King Gambit, a Volcarona, a Blood Moon Ursaluna, and a Meowstic, interestingly enough. I used Meowstic in one of my first VGC teams for self-swagger. That was fun. I might have to attempt that again someday. But for today, Bax is good. What about Talonflame? I think Talonflame is pretty decent. I could go Mouse Ape. Now, the only problem with Mouse Ape will be the Espathra. But even then, let's go Mouse Ape. Baxcaliber, Sylveon, or Metagross? Metagross really doesn't do much against this team, unfortunately. It kind of just gets whomped on by Volcarona, Ursaluna, and King Gambit. So I think we have to go Sylveon and Baxcaliber, or Sylveon and Talonflame. Because Talonflame can burn the King Gambit and the Dragonite. I'm going to go Bax. I'm going to go Bax. The idea here will be to get rid of the Meowstic if we can. But let's see. Let's see. I might have to tear my mouse here. Okay, we're gonna see the Espathra and the Meowstic. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Encore Meowstic. This is gonna be a wild swing turn one. I think I do have to Terra my Ape though. Just the Espathra isn't super effective. I could get faked out by the Meowstic is the thing. I'm gonna Terra my mouse, Encore the Meowstic. I want to bowl. Or I could protect. I'm going to protect. Just so I don't get Lumina crashed here. I want to be able to have mouse hold, use follow me. So I don't get Lumina crash. Goes Terra so I don't get faked out. Annihilate protect. Espathra protects, so, well, it's going to get a speed boost. I was going to say, Mouse will put Encore next turn. Reflect from the, yeah, I figured it was going to be either be Reflect or Fake Out. So we did kind of waste our Terra, unfortunately. I was expecting the Fake Out. But now the Espathra gets a speed boost. You can follow me with Mouse. Just go for a bulk up with Annihilate. And Meowstic's gonna withdraw. For whom? It's gonna be Volcarona. Don't love that because that means we're gonna Rage Powder away from the Espathra. Espathra goes for Hypnosis and frickin' lands it. Cute. Now I get my bulk up. I hate that for me. Espathra's just getting faster by the moment. Oh, and I can't really stop it either is the problem. And I don't have Vital Spirit on my Annihilate. I mean, I have to protect you, right? So I don't get Lumina crashed. Volcarona, I assume, just goes for Rage Powder. It didn't go for Rage... Or no, because Mouse... Oh, I went for Follow Me, so it would go before Rage Powder. Illumina Crash. Into the Protect. Volcarona attacks Mousehold, I assume. Fiery Dance also into the Annihilate. Interesting. Another speed boost. Unfortunately, the Reflect's up. I have to hope Mousehold wakes up, essentially. Then I just Rage Fist for what little damage I can do into... Yeah, we stay asleep. Not only does he land the Hypnosis, we take 2 turns of sleep. Illumina Crash probably just kills me. Wow, that didn't do as much as I thought it would. But it harshly drops my social defense. Does raise my attack, but that means that this Volcarona now gets a better hit with Fiery Dance. We are still with friend... I mean, it always gets the drop, right? But still, let's... Mousehold sleeping's annoying. And the Volcarona gets the special attack boost, so, you know, we're just kind of in a bad way. And the best thing we do, unfortunately, is Sylveon, right? We're just kind of in a bad way, unfortunately. We have to go for Follow Me again. Hopefully we wake up. I kind of want to Hyper Beam into the Espathra just to get rid of it. But I'll Hyper Voice. Espathra actually withdraws. Meowstic coming in here to try and set up Light Screen. Yeah. Mousehold does wake up, though. So at least Sylveon won't be taking that attack. So the Fiery Dance will go into the Mousehold. Does bring me down to Sash. I'm glad I didn't Hyper Beam now. It gets another special attack increase, dude! Okay, well, the Meowstic's gonna be able to get up a Light Screen. The Mousehold, I just Follow Me again. I just go for another Hyper Voice. It will KO the Mousehold. Oh, boy. But now Sylveon's not doing great. Fiery Dance will KO the Mousehold. It gets another boost! What's going on with that Volcarona? This is insane, man. It's now +3. Like, I could have brought in Baxcaliber, but Baxcaliber's not immune to fire damage. It just gets an increase. So it's still a +3 Volcarona hitting a Baxcaliber as neutral. It would have been a +2, but still. All the same. We're not having a good day of it. In comes Dragonite, though. Dragonite is an interesting bring in. I'm going to Scale Shot this Volcarona. And, of course, we have your voice. Dragonite, I assume it's Normal Terra. So I didn't really want to Icicle Spear into it. And also, I need to get rid of the Volcarona. The Normal Terra. There's the E-Speed. What do you hit with that? Sylveon? Yeah. Wow, that almost killed Sylveon. It's gotta be Choice Band, right? Did you double target my Sylveon? My poor Sylveon, dude. If you get another boost here, I'll be a little upset. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Now I'm dropping my defense, too. And this is a Choice Band Dragonite. But I do KO the Volcarona for what it's worth. Yeah, my defense drops. My attack, my speed increases. Doesn't matter though. This Dragonite's just gonna rinse me with Choice Band Extreme Speed. Tear it up. In comes the Espathra. Espathra probably protects, so I do just Icicle Spear, but I get KO'd by Extreme Speed. Is there an item on top of that house? I picked up that item. Oh. Yeah. That's kind of just how it goes, isn't it? So we get rinsed again. Yeah, that Volcarona just boosting and boosting really didn't help us any. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think the boosts ended up mattering with the Volcarona, because it was kind of just targeting things that were already weak, as it was. But it's still annoying, right? But because I was so quick, we get to do another one. So there's a consolation prize with that. So we're going to get one more battle here. And this time, we're going to do the rinsing. Next team is another Trick Room team. Mimikyu, Sylveon, Torkoal, Indeedee, Snorlax, and Milotic. So we bring Talonflame for taunt. Fast taunts. Annihilape is good if it's Snorlax. If it's not Snorlax, it's kind of just not great. Metagross is good if it's not Torkoal. You know, Baxcaliber is kind of good against all of them, especially if we Terra. So let's go Bax, Talonflame. Let's bring Metagross in the back. And then Ape, I think. Yeah, let's go Ape. Yeah. Ape cleanup. We should be able to stop Trick Room, though. Especially if they're not expecting Talonflame to taunt. But Talonflame usually has taunt. Why my first opponent so easily called it and went for the Tailwind with Dragonite. Mimikyu and Torkoal. Okay, so I'm glad I went Bax. So we're gonna go taunt on Mimikyu, and then we will scale shot the Torkoal. Just to drop its eruption a little bit. You could protect here. But if it does, that's fine. So next turn, I'm gonna Icicle Spear the Mimikyu. But yeah, I wouldn't mind dropping the Eruption power a little bit, because then it still gives me the +1 to attack on Baxcaliber. Okay, no protects. Taunt on the Mimikyu. Oh, Mimikyu probably has Mental Herb, doesn't it? Yeah, shit. Oh, I knew it too. Just a little too late after I'd already made my moves. I should have just Icicle Speared it. I mean, we do get the Torkoal down to 50%, which is nice. Defense is going to drop on Bax. Speed does increase. Heat Wave from Torkoal, though. God, it still does so much. Like, that's a nice thing about Baxcaliber having thermal energy, but then it's still, like, you still take so much damage from Fire-type moves, right? Twisted Dimensions are now up. They don't have a switch in there. Annihilate with its Terra will be nice. I'm going to try to Will-O-Wisp the Mimikyu and then protect my Baxcaliber. Baxcaliber, unfortunately, just isn't in a good spot. I'm going to see a Terra now. Going to be on the Torkoal. So, Terra Fire. I need Heat Wave to miss Talonflame, essentially. Yeah, I should have just doubled the Mimikyu with Icicle Spear and Taunt. Shadow Sneak into the Talonflame, though. Heat Wave doesn't miss Talonflame. Please say it misses Talonflame. Nope. Talonflame's down. Which is fine. Because now I get to bring in Annihilate and Terra. So I bring in the Annihilate. Terra the Annihilate and go for Drain Punch or Rage Fist. I think Drain Punch will get it from here. And then Baxcaliber. Unfortunately, buddy, I think you're dead here. So I could Ice Shard. Yeah, I'm going to Ice Shard to make sure I break the Mimikyu's disguise. So the next turn I can Rage Fist it. Or Protect. Whatever I end up doing. Because this is turn 2 of Trick Room. Well, this will be turn 3 of Trick Room. Yeah, I thought... Oh, it's going to withdraw. Okay. Yeah, I thought about Mental Herb a little too late, unfortunately. Sylveon's going to come in for my opponent. So the Terra Fire here is going to be good for both Pokemon. You know, honestly, if Torkoal misses Baxcaliber, Torkoal actually protects here. So I can actually... Oh, no, I was going to say I could swap in... Wow, that did a lot of damage to Sylveon. That did, in fact, do a lot of damage to Sylveon. So with Annihilate, I'm going to Drain Punch the Torkoal again, and I'm going to protect Baxcaliber. If I can get rid of Torkoal, I can actually bring in Metagross. And we'll lose the +1/+1 on Baxcaliber, but I'm not super worried about it. Especially because that Sylveon took so much damage from Ice Shard. It should be pretty easy to KO it. Baxcaliber protects. Torkoal goes for Heat Wave. Does hit. How much is this going to do? Okay. Less than 50. Sylveon goes for Hyper Voice. How much does this do now? Oh, very little to Annihilate. Let's see. Does Drain Punch KO? There's a... Okay, it's because it's Throat Spray Sylveon, that's why. Is this enough to KO a Torkoal? Please say yes. Oh my god, that did nothing. I should have Rage Fisted. But now I'm in a bad way, because do I think I just try to double protect with Baxcaliber. Again, I don't want to bring Metagross in on a Heat Wave. Annihilate, protect, final turn of Trick Room. Baxcaliber misses it, unfortunately. You're just going to go down, buddy. Unless the Sylveon throws by going for a Yawn and the Torkoal goes... Oh, no, Torkoal went for Yawn there. Sylveon went for Hyper Voice because it KOs Baxcaliber. Okay. Baxcaliber goes down. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's the unfortunate position we're in. Our Sunlight goes away. Trick Room should go away here. And they don't have a Trick Room setter in, which is even better. Because now Metagross just goes for Iron Head on the Sylveon. And Annihilate and Rage Fist the Torkoal. And they don't really have a switch in for either of these. So Rage Fist, Iron Head. Like, they can protect the Torkoal and try to get Mimikyu into Trick Room, but it's gonna come into an Iron Head, right? So it would break the disguise and next turn I just KO it with Bullet Punch or something. Okay, Sylveon does withdraw. Who's it switch out for? Not Wimp. It's not Mimikyu. It's Indeedee. Okay, so they have two Trick Room setters. What this means it's going to take a Iron Head. Torkoal could protect here, I guess? Yeah, Torkoal protects. Yeah. I mean, Metagross is Iron Head, though. We'll bring the Indeedee low. It's just, is Drain Punch now, without any boost, going to take out Indeedee? I don't think it does. Essentially what I have to go for is Drain Punch the Indeedee, and then Stomping Tantrum the Torkoal. Yeah, follow me. Annihilate Pass to get this KO. Just misses. That really sucks. Can Heat Wave miss, though? Oh. Oh, I thought the Metagross looked at the Torkoal. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. But no. Yep, Stomping Tantrum KOs Indeedee. Torkoal actually goes for Yawn here. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. That's interesting. The Mimikyu's gonna come in. I mean, I just double Mimikyu here, right? Mimikyu might protect, but I don't want this Trick Room going up, so I am going to double into it. If he protects with Mimikyu and attacks with Torkoal, he got me good, but I just can't. I can't allow Trick Room to go up again. Because Annihilate can kind of deal with the rest of the team here. Torkoal does protect, though. So that's good. Metagross will be asleep, but that's honestly fine, because next turn, Annihilate can attack Torkoal and KO it, and then Sylveon can't really do anything to Metagross, so he can just kind of sit there and be asleep. Oh, well, there's that too, I guess. Mimikyu can Destiny Bond. Get on ya, I guess. But again, what does the Sylveon do to Annihilate? It doesn't have its Throw Spray boost anymore. And Torkoal's already Terra'd. So I don't know that the Sylveon can even do anything. So we're kind of in the same spot, just without a sleeping Metagross, right? So I just go for Rage Fist into Torkoal. Because it just protected last turn, I don't want to get yawned by it. That was an interesting yawn play from that Torkoal on the Metagross. You would think it would just go for Heat Wave. Torkoal tries to protect again, but it doesn't get it. Rage Fist into the Torkoal. Boom. I'll just KO it easily. And what does this Sylveon do? I mean, its best move would be like Shadow Ball, right? Or if the Sylveon has Yawn. Nope, it's just going for Hyper Voice, which I eat those. So, we pulled it out once again. It wasn't pretty, but we did it. Yeah, truly, I don't know why my opponent went for Yawn over Heat Wave. That was very interesting. I expected Metagross to protect, but even then, you yawned into the Metagross. So, I don't know. But that is going to be today's video. Again, if you want to try the team out for yourself, PokePaste and rental code will be in the description below. If I forgot the PokePaste, remind me in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. As far as things that we're going to change about the team, I don't know yet. I don't think there's anything really to change. But if you have suggestions, let me know that in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.